Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
So you're sad you can't buy the place.
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
Rather talk about something else now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Money. Give me. Alright. Você levou tudo isso que ele não?
Melhor.
Que bom, não. Cara, deu uns corridão agora no meio da tarde. Ainda bem que eu não fui.
Depois chega assim de folha lá também. É isso que eu tinha reservado no fundo.
É, minha. Keep searching. This might take some time. I think. Too expensive. And eye coordination. Hand-eye coordination. Yeah, let's try that.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet, or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
In the summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you. The shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Where did he go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Deep, deep breath.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take.
Every breath you take.
Whatever petrochemical byproducts they used to create this artificial flavor have bonded tightly to the wrapper. Or is that just your memory filling the gaps? Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee,
Apricot
cream,
chewing gum
and distance.
scented.
You just
What?
had to take a dive.
Sim, vamos ver se essa é uma boa.
Apricot scented chewing gum.
Apricot chewing gum scented one disc releasing. Plus 2 perception. Yo!
What?
Yes. Put it away. Put it away, put it away, put it away. Você sentou no canto? Por acaso?
Não.
Put it away, put it away, put it away now. Yes, let's do it. Apricot chewing gum scented one. 5 hours, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eu tô com 5 pontos de level up. Ok, reaction speed. Eu preciso colocar um reaction speed aí. Hand-eye coordination. Cadê? Here. Inspecting. Fractured bullet. Fractured bullet. No. Hand-eye coordination. Okay. Bullet. Oops.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Let's go 28.
You can't remember what happened last week.
Yeah. I got more points. Hand-eye coordination.
The bullet is still safely sealed away.
Let's go 42%.
Bearing the a rifle.
Yes.
Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
Did anyone still make these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmargrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for a well-preserved antique, most likely.
Well-preserved antique.
Back at the station, the lieutenant is standing at a counter, diligently filling out paperwork to hand over to a tired records clerk. You should share your findings with him as soon as possible.
Okay. Kitsuragi. Well?
La Fumée.
Yes.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
Friesel.
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages, see what catches your
To
eye.
your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Sure. Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this
Comrade.
journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs. Please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Yeah, eu não quero ser comunista. Obrigado. Obrigado, senhor. Alright, what else? Tattoos. Tattoos. Finding a murder weapon. Find all their armor pieces. Smoker on the balcony. Well... Kuno. Really? Dar uma fatia com o Kuno lá. Kuno. Pé, pé, pé.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
Wait. Então... Não, I think we're fine. Eu já paguei por hoje. Então, e hoje. E eu tenho bastante dinheiro. Eu acho que eu consigo dinheiro suficiente para amanhã. O que me lembra é que eu consigo dinheiro no carro. Olive? Man of Yamdal.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Heimdall. Look through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
Jesus, is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall. Heimdall burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Yamdalaman, and so much more.
Yamdalaman. Okay. Do any of the books call out to me? Pain threshold. Let's go.
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Ow. Ow.
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Heimdall man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil? Devil woman?
Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region. It's symbolic of vice and sin. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
Never buy. I want to buy The Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
Eu quero dar isso aqui pro Conan, mas eu quero ler primeiro.
The
Lê pra
edges
gente
of the
aí.
pages
Eu vou
are
ver na
worn
live.
and smudged.
Mas
A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Helmdall man. You open the book to a random page. Man from Helmdall, wielding his two Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages. His visage fixed in grim determination. His arms whirling like windmills are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When was this shit written? You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38. Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Heimdalla tribe. From the village of Heimdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name. Man from Heimdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself? The steel muscles of man from Heimdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home. A passage reads, the man from Heimdall looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Heimdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles. Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, I have grand plans for you, man from Heimdall. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Heimdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct.
O que você acha que eu devo escolher aqui?
I've had enough. I've had enough. What's epic?
Epic or repetitive?
So we're going to repent.
What do you even know about literature? Have you ever read a book in your life?
Of course I have.
This is not just another book. It's Man from Heimdall, and it's done with you.
Look at the back cover.
The jacket copy proclaims, Man from Heimdall returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Heimdall can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Heimdall be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?
E se a gente usar
Open
aquela
his-
outra?
oh, good God, you flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Plastic, greedy and heroic.
Berserker rage burns.
Give me
Man from Heimdall,
Onward.
steel muscles of man.
Holy
The passage
shit.
reads, thine spell. I have grand plans for you, man.
Epic.
From, in the final pages, Man from Heimdall mounts Galavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana To find out what happens next, you'll have to...
Put it away. Ver se o Kuno vai gostar desse livro. Kuno doesn't know how to read.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
It's a drink, it's alcohol. Probably too lame for you, Kuno, but maybe you know someone.
Kuno doesn't fucking read. Fucking book shit. Fucks with your mind. Kuno knows this four-eyed fuck. Totally hooked on the book. Can't get enough of this shit. Fucking sad, really. Kuno could make mad money off him. Exploit his disease.
Who are you talking about, Kuno?
A guy Kuno knows. Martin. From out of town. From Grad or some shit.
Yeah, sure.
This boy of 12 does not know anyone from Grad, sire.
Yeah.
We suspect the boy himself might be this mystery Martin.
Mas falar isso seria a coisa certa? Não. Vamos fazer de conta que, yeah, sure. Grad. Yeah, Martin. So you want a book?
Fine. Kuno's gonna take it off your fat ass. At least he's gonna make some paper off this shit. Now what you want?
Empathy. Okay. Let's go.
What's going on?
Oh,
He's an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons.
Now listen, I know the boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level. You should give up, Popo, or the Kun will keep fucking it out of you.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Okay. Alright, fine. Check.
The fuck do you want? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno...
I'm off. 5 o'clock. Eu não quero fazer nada importante aqui sem o Kim. Então eu tô tentando fazer tudo que não é importante.
Eu que não deixo.
Deixa, eu posso ir fazer sozinho, mas... I want Kim. Oh, yeah! Que uma coisa que eu tava esquecendo já. Money opportunity. Nossa, eu nem vim aqui pra baixo. Engine Fountain. Doesn't pump water. Let's go to the roof. Slashing rain on us. Watch them.
You see a Samoran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Eu conheço esse negócio. Mas de um container. Vocês estão escutando por lá só?
Container?
O cara do
Essa voz?
Tem vai ser no caso.
Com sotaque indiano?
Não, sotaque parecido, né? Greetings!
Não lembro. Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Where are you from? Yeah, money. Isso que eu preciso. Nossa,
Muito bom.
primeiro bem. Where are you from, Silly?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samara Isola.
You're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an
Suzerainty.
era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant that you're from, pronounce it the Einstack in the sea guy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories.
Intertwined?
Super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
You're welcome. And, right, but isn't it a shithole because of Revachol?
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
Turkey government missions. So, Silly, what's your stance about on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs. You have no idea how much into drugs I am.
That's very cool. A lot
told
of the
me this, like,
coolest
you did,
detectives do drugs.
Abuso de álcool e
Sadly,
drogas.
I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
Eu tô fazendo Apricot. Yeah. We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Sire. But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little.
Ooh.
But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me, eh?
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
So then my sources tell me you're the one transporting drugs from the Union. For the Union.
No! That's insane. It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
Wait, what crowd?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
It wasn't some drug crowd. You know what they are. Tell me who they are.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it if you don't want to blame it. You have to give us a reason. Buddies. Não, acho que eu vou gritar. Don't want to get this mess. Have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now?
Is lady driver the old woman back there? Dazed out? Strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
I told you.
He's not ruling her out.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. Very cool. Let's get this off with the purchase.
Let's
A pair of
go.
funky sunglasses, detective. You deserve it. And I deserve it too. Don't you think?
42%, let's go.
Start with
Yes.
then work your way
Money.
up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
Invest into me not telling your employer about your operation here.
Ha! That! You drive a hard bargain, officer. I respect that. Okay. What's it going to cost me? Be reasonable.
1 minute, no, 10 real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
There we go.
Somewhere, not so distant, Officer Chad Tilbrook refuses a bribe from a local hood. He doesn't know you've just made his job, and the job of all honest cops, a little bit harder.
Well, I need the money, man. I'll look around, thanks. Okay. Vou dar uma olhada nessas coisas.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash. Keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Thanks for the advice.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
Browse.
Find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand. Buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something worth savaging.
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist.
Touch them.
They itch like hell. Like an itch pit in hell.
All natural materials, see? Real wool, 100% skin-friendly. And they're
Look at
yours
some
for
friendly.
only 2 real.
Hey, +2 half-light. No thanks. What about the sunglasses? No,
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Sneakers?
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Fallen sneakers. Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
50 real.
Only? That's madness.
That is madness. I need those home sneakers. Reaction speed and hand-eye coordination. Nossa, pior que é bom. It's pretty damn good. What about the speakers? I don't think assim that.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Faun Ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
But I already looked at the sneakers.
Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market.
Can I just buy the Sans Conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I want them.
No, officer. You're a high-class
I'm a
policeman
communist now.
who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know what I am. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
50 cents.
So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Alright. Fine. I'll be back.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
Cheap sunglasses.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Try the shades on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
Electrochemistry. It is shades of self-destruction. Let's rummage through the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Ooh, conceptualization. Wait a second. Right there. Opa. Conceptualization. Alguma outra coisa? Eu tô perdendo alguma conceptualization? No. Alright. What?
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes. But what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the... Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. disheveled and
Too much
pathetic.
like-
Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on, is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism. Box drawing.
What?
Masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
Hey, what about music? Good art?
Only the most experimental kind.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, 50% art critic is what needed to be to free me from road repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your
Actual
duty to
art
only
degree.
catch the criminals off the street.
Alright,
You must
let's
also
see.
apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
Actual art degree. Disco Elysium. Eu lembro dessa ser boa. Ok. Enquanto tá. Eu vou perder um ponto de renda aí com a coordination. Mas eu curo. Conceptualization ganho mais 10 de XP toda vez que.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
I will be. Have an actual art degree. Actual art degree. Só em Perception. Eu vou ganhar 2 de Perception depois que terminar esse daqui. Apricot Chewing. Gum Scented One. Good stuff.
Essa bolsa faz.
Permite pegar garrafas para se reciclar.
Eu não entendi isso aqui, eu achei que foi curioso pra você.
Butter sign down.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. 2 ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it. Goat milk butter. The Samaran terrain makes it easier to raise goats than cows, and the local goat farmers produce high-quality meat and dairy staples that add variety to other nations' diets. It's an acquired taste.
Time to reconstruct what happened here.
Just some tasteless advertising
It
at the
is.
bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
Alright. Massive failure. Eu fazer alguma coisa?
Cara, onde você tá exatamente?
At the pawn shop. Sul. Descendo a rua, um dos caminhões estão. They. Oh. I know what that is.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags,
Matheus,
others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
enchi água naquela panela que tá o pão, uma assadeira.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Só espera um pouquinho assim, tá?
A classic set. The figurines represent the 5th century Franco-Nigerian cavalry.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Royal soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
These even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It is impossible to win against a cohort of capital. Ask my friend Gart, whose bitch it made me.
Okay. I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
We'll get into a lot of whirling and rags. Alright, 72%. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Let's go!
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say Faun.
Faun? What's this?
Oh, that's the Headless Faun Rider.
Who?
The Headless Faun Rider.
Oh, yes.
It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too.
Oh.
I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head.
50%.
Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Why not?
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
Oh.
Always carry it with you.
Oh. Yeah, lucky. Plastic headless fawn rider sits atop his equally plastic bull, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. And as I said, with an infamous fawn cap for which he lost his head. The head is not included.
Vai, coloca a caneta ali. Isso. A caneta?
The kind green ape.
An intricate web of blue lines. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky. But something's not right.
Let me see. Who are you?
Gone.
What's the meaning of the tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
History. Como tem ali aquilo? Alright.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled.
Oh.
Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Valores, errado. Deixa lá.
Tá só ali em cima?
Só lá em cima.
Viu? Veja com a mãe ali. Vê se ela tá. Não sei se ela foi. Ela saiu?
Então, eu acho que tem uma outra comida aí também. Tem um arroz, tem por cima.
Está na tip of your toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep this there. Shopkeeper? Acho que é isso que eles quiseram dizer. There 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
That's all.
Typical Martinez street light sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
De boa caridade.
Let your gaze run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
The light's buzzing resembles the purring of a cat. It seems very much at home here.
How much for the street light?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
What? Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that in every corner.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
Eu quero. Por favor.
Obrigado, João. Ih, mas esse copo tava meio sujo, acho que eu não vou querer descer, não. Foi o que lavei. Esse cara tem que lidar com as consequências do Marcelo.
Ih, eu achei que eu tinha minha...
Tá uma coisa pra ele.
Ah, é. Isso mesmo. Obrigado, senhor.
The light has been removed and rewired. That's 2 transformations. But what about the third?
I get how sawing it off and redoing the wiring could add to the cost, but what else?
The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Okay, that checks out.
Cara, dá pra comprar essa luz.
Eu achei que era, tipo, de zoeira.
Sua gameplay de cheat você não comprou?
Não, não sabia que dava.
Cara, será que essa luz tem especial? Você consegue colocar no seu apartamento, será? Esse aqui é um troféu.
Fashion.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Oh.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
What's the deal with this man? Sure.
That's the man from Hjelmdal walking away as his village burns.
Às vezes eu conheço algumas coisas sobre man from Hjelmdal. I guess I'm supposed to know who this man from Hjelmdal is, but I lost my memory. Nope. Remind me, who's the man of Hjelmdal again?
The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotler. Mostly what is nowadays harder NFD.
NFT.
He left his native village of Hjelmdal after his son was kidnapped, having many exciting adventures and killing many enemies with his swords. but he lost his family in the process. Tragic stuff, really.
Shirt celebrates a false hero, a guardian of the masculine order.
I doubt the real man from Helmdale was as poor a role model as the one in the popular literature. But yes, the books are very sexist, in a not entirely unenjoyable way.
What did you mean the man from Helmdale was real?
I mean, even if the man from Helmdale didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Yep. I agree. Totally with you, man. Reality has a way of bending back on itself.
Exactly. Cause and effect work in both directions. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Helmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
Interesting. How much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
Oh!
That's very cheap for a printed t-shirt that's still in pretty good shape.
Unusually cheap?
Okay, so for 5.
It should belong to anyone who is ready to wear it.
You just give it to me for free?
But why?
Será que você começa uma quest com ele na opção 2?
Yeah, possibly. Acho que não. Said everything's going to be over soon anyway. Man, just want to walk into the end times wearing this t-shirt.
Interesting choice. But sure, why not?
There we go.
Welcome to Helmdale.
I got a free shirt.
Consegue ver por aí?
Physical instrument shivers -2 to authority.
Tá bom, não. Tá?
Ele cancela o. Ele cancela as botas. As botas estão me dando mais 2. Shivers and physical instrument. Vou precisar de physical instrument.
Onde você conseguiu essa sacola?
Junto com o bêbado nessa cara. Não. Logic. Eu não gosto de ter debuffs.
Yeah.
Que não sejam muito ruins.
Esse caminho 8 horas precisa de uns a mais.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Alright. I am done.
Próximo desse gameplay, o que mais que eu perdi?